Mm,
Your team is picking.
Do you know what Amber plays? I haven't really seen that play in Inception.
Amber, I think Amber's a roam. Right?
Oh, Rome.
Maybe?
But Mike's a Rome. Mike's the usual roamer.
I don't know
Strange.
what Amber plays. Amber might be jungle this time.
Oh. That's a really strange turn of events because JR Weirdo is usually the jungler.
Yeah,
Amber is
wait. I'm thinking Amber might be marksman. Wait, I'm so confused. I've never seen. I don't think I've seen Amber play marksman though. This
This
is
will be
new.
Oh, there's your Paquito.
Yeah, I
Got it.
think that's what I thought. I think it's Paquito, right? Surely. Paquito player. That guy's a Paquito player. I'm not wrong. And Paquito gonna get picked as we see. Yup. Jungle Paquito. YSS gonna get picked up by Amber. Amber gonna be playing YSS this time. I have not seen Amber play jungle.
She usually only plays marksman. I haven't seen a jungler Amber before.
Yeah.
But looking at this team composition, I really do feel Inception has the early game advantage, mid game advantage, and even the late game. They got power spikes for everywhere.
Yeah, they do. And they have the counters. Every single member of Red Team is pretty much countered by them. 1-1 is gonna counter Dyrot, Eve, Cho, Valentina counters just horrified and Steve annoying. This is gonna be hard for blue team to do anything, it looks like.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
Just to see how this is gonna turn out.
It's still anybody's game at this point. We've gotta wait it out.
Is Cho, instead of going into mid like the normal roamers, they're actually gonna stay with marksman. Red team now going to have the litho under our advantage. 1-1 trying to do a little bit of zoning, but it doesn't matter since blue team's damage is crazy, and the Cho going to get initiate off, and the Bruno jumps in perfectly to get the ulti, but they don't realize that 2 members of red team are already here, and the Valentina going to do a lot of damage, horrifies the Bruno, but the Bruno gets out barely alive. Darroth now. I know this is weird, but Darroth actually is a counter for Lapu.
Absolutely.
I didn't know that until I didn't know Darroth is good for Lapu until I saw Stanford play into Lapu. Oh, this Paquito does damage. Paquito jumping in onto both the Hylos and the Valentina, getting the Valentina low right before the turtle fight, and then Amber trying to rotate the turtle a bit early, trying to vision it out, and then the Cho is going to kick onto the Hylos, and the Hylos is going to get a kickback, and the Hylos will fall here.
The only difficulty you really have with the defense here is the weapon mastery passive. You need to do the basic attack close in, long range, mid range again. It's difficult to attack the Paquito with that much damage.
Paquito now also has the advantage to turtle that blue side will get turtle here. Valentina trying to look for a hot fire on anyone, but the Cho is going to vision perfectly. Ooh, perfectly immune. The kick gets the kick onto Valentina, and the Cho immuned it for a second time and backs off again. But the Valentina will be able to get that Eve's ulti. Cho rotating back up to top, looking for a pick onto the enemy marksman, but it doesn't really matter since the enemy marksman already sees it. Hylos now also rotating top, and the Dyrot is actually gonna die to the Lapu at bot lane. And the Cho going to be caught out of position, but it doesn't matter. He gets the 1-1, kicks the 1-1, gets the crossbow tongue off. It doesn't matter since the 1-1 does no damage without the DHS yet. He's gonna get jumped on by the Paquito, kicked and attacked. that Eve is going to zone out the Valentina.
It's a chessboard battle between the mages. Real world manipulation from the Eve, and Valentina steals it. Money grab. No damage.
No damage from red side. This one doesn't even have DHS yet.
It's like watching two toddlers smack each other in the face. Oh, there's the web dragon.
And this Quido jumping onto the Valentina, and he does get the kill. Hylos looking to stun the Cho. Goes back in. Doesn't do much other than just stun him for a bit. Red team now also looking forward to set up around turtle, but the blue team does have the number advantage at bot side. Cho going in, sending up the Hylos. Amber trying to rotate the turtle a bit early and trying to give his team the ability to try contest this turtle. 4v4 at turtle here. Amber going to take some damage from the Eve. But the red side does have the turtle. Lapu Lapu jumps in, initiates onto 4. The Dairos is in the bush and he doesn't seem to be moving. Also, the Cho kicks and he doesn't manage to do anything with 4 people there. That's a free turtle, and the Quido tries to steal it, but he gets punished by the YSS instead. And now Dairos going to be hunted by red side, and the Dairos will be able to back just in time before the Lapu gets his ulti off. Double clearing now. Bruno does have the top lane advantage against this 1-1. 1-1, 0-2, Bruno being the most farmed character on the board right now. So much damage from the Bruno. 1-1 trying to do something about the Bruno, but it doesn't seem likely. This Bruno is going to get a solo kill in the 1-1 again. The Hylos is going to try shut down this Bruno. Bruno kicks the Hylos away, and the minion's going to just run out. He's stunned by the Hylos. Hylos runs after him again, and the Cho trying to save the Bruno, but instead the Cho is going to get punished instead by the YSS. YSS going in with his ulti, and he dies. The Cho is going to get kicked by the Pakuda, but the Pakuda does punish instead. The ulti from the Eve comes out, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to do any damage when YSS dashes right into her.
Red team turret has been destroyed.
They've got the map advantage over Inception now. Do you still think Inception's gonna win this?
Maybe.
Maybe, oh yeah.
Ooh, the Cho does manage to kick the YSS. The Cho doesn't have enough damage to do anything though. Bruno looking for a pick, but he is going to give ulti instead, and the Bruno might fall here. But the Bruno's damage makes this 1-1 back off instead of going for the kill. That's going to be a top turret to blue side. The Quido is so low from the Valentina. That's going to be free turret at mid. Dairos looking for a pick onto any of them. Dairos' damage from the armor melt is so crazy. Dairos going to be horrified. Eve does manage to poke out the Hylos and stop the Dairos from getting picked off. Red side now looking to set up around turtle once again, trying to give their jungler the best chance to get this turtle, and the Paquito looking to rotate around and onto the turtle. The blue team aren't going to try contest this one, especially with Silas perfectly zoning out everybody.
It's all about options, and Inception just has to seems to have all the options in their hands now. All the cards.
They have everything.
Malalim ni Ben. Laging malalim si Ben. Yung sa rin nito.
Who's talking?
Kawabawag na sa rin Ben.
Whoever's talking, someone, Gravis, can you mute whoever's talking?
Who would that be? I can't see it. Okay.
Okay, one going to pick up the Scarlet Phantom, meaning one will be much harder to catch now.
Parang gago lang eh. Parang gago lang mag-vision eh.
Blue team can still looking for a set, but they get automatically revealed already. Why set? They get through with that. Who's talking?
Tang ina.
I can't see. It doesn't show on iPad.
Ang taba ni Ben, oh.
Mute them.
Tang ina sa kanila.
Okay, I muted them.
Oh, good.
Trying to zone out the Valentina. Valentina has no ulti currently. And the Cho tries to jump in and kick the Valentina back, but instead will get punished by the high loss. 1-1 now jumping back in onto all three of them, trying to look and pop his ulti off. Valentina gets the ulti from the Eve once again. The mid lane turret is going to get pushed. YSS now invading the red buff. The Paquito just trying to back off a bit. Maybe potentially take his red buff. But the 1-1 does manage to get the back ulti off. 1-1 will be able to pop his ulti onto the Paquito. The Paquito does fall. And now Cho is the only one left defending the mid turret. Cho horrified battle of Valentina. And the Daroth jumps in trying to look for a pick. But he gets stunned just in time before he pops his ulti. Daroth never had the chance to get the ulti off. And now the Bruno damage, 2 shots for YSS, Cho kicking, and the 1-1 pops the Wind of Nature, just going to bait the Cho out, and now that's going to be Cho dead and 3 people pushing up mid lane. Valentina solo in the enemy jungle, looking to poke them out a bit, but it doesn't seem like it's doing much.
A good opportunity to perhaps bait the Lord out.
Yeah, they might bait Lord. Nah, they concealed. Cho looking for a kick onto Valentina. This Bruno does so much damage, almost solo killing both. And then now Paquito jumping in, but he instead just gives the 1-1 ulti, and that means the ulti is going to get off onto the Eve as well. That's 2 free kills for the 1-1. And now 1-1 jumping in, Cho trying to look for a pick onto the Bruno, going to get stunned. Bruno is going to die as well. Altered by the Eve's role and manipulation, and now the Cho is the only one defending, and now Daroth coming back, trying to look for a pick onto the backline, but Daroth is going to get zoned out by the Valentina instead. Red team looking to turn that early loss into a lead now. The late game from Red team is really shining. And the Lord will go to Red side now as well.
I think the main problem for Mr. Paquito sir here is that when he tries to do the knockout strike on that 1-1, she can just purify out of that CC. The jab just gives a little extra shield.
The 1-1, unless the Paquito is really bad, 1-1's going to be a hard target. And now the real manipulation comes out from both sides again. And now Red side looking to push up, trying to get and hit that base. 1-1 pops off both shots, but the Cho is going to get back and survive on one single ulti left to pop. And now the Lord is pushing down mid lane. Red side potentially looking to end with this lane push. Timmy Tammy jumps in, but doesn't quite land anything yet. Rexana, Valentina trying to horrify him, this 1-1. Jumping in again, but this Lapu doing so much damage. Team now backing and trying to look for a pick back. Has 1-1 not quite popping ulti. 1-1 perfectly timing, but it doesn't matter since the Cho has the second kick to stop the 1-1 from getting away alive. And now blue team are going to defend this Lord push, and red team forced it back and play a bit more passive. YSS starting out the Cho. Cho going to be caught out alone here. Paquito looking to save the Cho. And the YSS going to dash in. Kills the Cho right before he gets his ulti off. Now the Eve going to have a taste of her own ulti. And the Paquito jumps in. Doesn't look like it's going to do much as it's almost shut down by the Eve.
There's a bit of action happening on the top lane. Against
Daroth 1v1. Daroth does win a 1v1 against the Lapu. As I said, Daroth is so good at 1v1 in Lapu. And now the Daroth is going to get caught up at the Valentina. Valentina jumps in. Daroth's damage is crazy. But it doesn't matter since the Hylos is there to save the Valentina and assist her in killing the Daroth. And now the Eve trying to zone out this YSS. But the Guido is in that bush right there, trying to get a kick. And now Cho jumping in, going to kick the Hylos potentially back into the team. And then the 4 people going to be on the Hylos. Hylos going to have no vision. And now Red Team, the only source of vision and zoning is gone. Bruno, this Valentina jumping in, and the Bruno is going to get a double horrify, meaning that he's going to be shut down. And now 1-1 jumping in, playing a bit more aggressive with the main damage dealer on blue side dead. And now Red Team does have Lord priority.
They're gonna need to try contest this, but yeah, they've only got 2 base turrets left. If they don't fight this out,
Doesn't matter, they can't really contest with the Bruno dead. And now the Eve going to get a taste of her own medicine again, but it doesn't matter as the Pluto jumps in, but he is going to get shut down by the Lapu's ulti and the Daroth as well. Not getting her ulti quite just yet. This means that if 1-1 does manage to get the ulti off of the Cho, this might be a GG. Eve trying to zone out by 1 a bit, but it doesn't quite work. 1-1 going to Cho going to flick it in, but it doesn't matter. This is just a free ulti for 1-1. 1-1 going to get the ulti off as well as the Inspire. Eve going to ulti, just saving her life, but it doesn't matter. The Lord and Hylos are both pushing up base. This is a GG and Inception win again. And I know Sins isn't in the VC right now.
Victory!
he's probably preparing for his loss tonight.
Yeah, Sins.
Thank you.
Next matchup. Next matchup is Inception versus. It's Inception versus Super Me. I think this matchup is a bit familiar, no? Don't you guys think? I think Super Me has a bit of past trauma with this matchup.
Wait, Ryan, I might chop your dick off.
Don't you guys have a bit of drama? Okay. This is the rematch, you see? This is the rematch.
It's the redemption arc.
The redemption. Will Inception manage to beat them without Cool Cuzzy, or is Cool Cuzzy just the carry of Inception?
Oh, I'm kind of rooting for Superman now. I just want to see Kazi have a little bit of salty tears.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think, you see, Super Me is a very good squad. That's why I'm proud. My squad has beaten them 3 times in a row. I think Cool Cuzzy just jinxed his house.
Bro, Ryan, you should watch your language before school on Monday. Your dick might get chopped off.
Joe. Okay, Gary. Now get back into your VC.
Things are going down, especially with dick, alright?
And this Cool Cuzzy guy only plays Louis, bro. 40% damage every time is the only reason we lose, bro. Deadass.
I think he's calling you out there, Kazi.
That's Cool Cuzzy. I think he's calling you out for the one trick right here now. I think we need a Cool Cuzzy response.
Disqualify.
Disqualify.
I think Kazi needs to be taken down a peg or 2.
Wait, just say bye? Oh my god, hi, say bye.
Hi. I love Hayden. I want to suck Hayden's dick. Oh, what?
Yeah, me
Bye.
too. I'll do.
I
want to suck Hayden so long.
Yeah.
Hayden.
Hayden
That's, I think I need to get out of here.
Hayden's gay.
Where's my... Yo, I am, mate.
Yikes. Go to
Have
your
photos.
VC now.
Okay, wait. We're all starting.
Slay girlies.
Slay. Okay, I can explain my Valentina last game. I was sick, okay? Yeah.
I did not need to
I
know
was
that.
under the influence of sickness.
No, I think you were just a bit tempted by
Okay.
Hayasaka.
I'm sick.
You feel me? I
I'm
think you were
sick.
just a bit tempted by Hayasaka's beautiful face.
Who the hell's that sucker? I mean, no, Hayden Daddy. Hayden Daddy for life. Oh,
What's your response to that, Hayden? Hayden, let's hear a response to that.
I love Gary. I love Gary. Fuck.
You just got
Gary.
ditched. You
the
just got
freaking
ditched.
now.
Told you he's gay.
Okay, let's see. Where's the last number? Where
Where the
is
f is difference?
difference? Hello, difference. Hello, difference. Where's difference,
No.
guys?
He went to Macca's. This fat
Macca's.
shit went to Macca's.
Actually,
Oh, there he is. Whoops.
well,
All right.
Super me left side.
Left side. Oh, okay.
Okay, finally, Super me out of the VC. Now I can talk freely without someone saying my dick will get chopped off every 5 seconds.
Can you see what's in the
Huh?
chat? This banter between Deluna and Kazi. Damn. It's
Well,
like
I
your own
see.
personal entertainment.
Yeah, I'm reading it. This is very good.
Quality
Very
content.
interesting. I'm very invested in this, you know? What's happening in this chat? Yo, Hayden's cheating on me with Gary the snail from SpongeBob. What the heck? Mike. We need Mike. And this is actually the finals already. Yikes.
Your
Is it?
team is banning.
Oh, oh.
Hyperfist is in the
Sir,
VC.
What's your command? Your team is banning.
Fanny going to be banned away already from JR Reader. That is a respect ban. Hayabusa going to be banned away from IU. Is this just going to be a banning of junglers and a spree? This is going to be a spree of jungler banning. Carry obviously banned away as well. Glue might be taken away from Hayasaka, I'm guessing. If they don't ban Glue, this might be hard for them. Beatrix banned away from Horizons. These are all really personal bans. Personal bans. Yep, Hayasaka are going to pick up the glue already. And now Moth, and now Unfree. I keep going Unfree and Moth because. And Saber going to be able to pick up the Eve again.
That just seems to be a...
These are just some Rather common picks. Picking up the meta heroes. Timmy Tammy going to pick up the Martyrs. That is a surprising pick. Oh, going to pick up the Ling, one of I's more comfortable heroes. One of I's most stable heroes.
Yeah, they should have picked it up. JR Weirdo loves his Ling as well.
Your
Yeah.
team is taking
Kadita going. I've never seen this mage player, so I'm not sure what the mage player can play.
Hmm.
Also, Rabbits, after the win, someone you find the person who wins, do you mind making the announcement?
The amounts. Oh, you mean for tonight?
Yeah, for whoever
Yeah,
wins.
sure. Sounds good.
Mikey. I feel like they might pick up the Hylos again. Yup, Mike. These are all rather very, very comfortable picks, and I feel like they're gonna ban out. They could ban out the Clint, or they could ban out the Birdie from Horizons. If they ban out the Clint and then they pick up the Birdie, that really limits Horizons hero pool. That's gonna be pretty sad. I'm gonna be honest. If they do that,
I just want
Birdie
to say
banned, and
Atlas.
now they might pick up. Wait, that means Red Team might be able to pick up the Clint and then Horizons. What MM is Horizons gonna play? We haven't seen him play any marksman other than Beatrix, Clint, and Brody.
Your team is
If they pick up the Clint here or Claude, they're not gonna limit the pool of Horizons. Interesting. If they banned out that Clint, that would have been really devastating.
your team
Ooh.
is picking.
The Claw's
Where's
gonna
the
get
app?
picked out. Yeah, there's the Clint. There's the Clint. Knew it was coming.
Do you think Sims is going to get his Atlas or he's too chicken? Yeah.
He's too chicken. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. If he was in the VC right now, I'd be dead. He's go. Ooh,
Your
wait.
team is picking.
wait. He's on XP lane.
Sims on the XP lane.
Main
That's-
lane. He's got his main role.
You could say that's a difference.
That's right.
Yeah. This is gonna be a yikes. Will Timmy Tammy be able to prove that he's better than Sins? This might be a turn of events if he does.
Isn't Sins a tank player?
He is. Sims is a tank player. It's really strange
Sins
that
isn't. No, Sins is not a Sins isn't a tank player.
I only see used like Kufra.
Sins is a tank slash
You talk. Oh, that's
XP,
why.
but XP is his former role. XP is his most played role.
XP is the role
Like-
that he played for Indomie, the actual squad.
Yeah, like he's
But
the
for-
Indomie's
For,
XP
for
lane
Super Me, he plays Rome for them.
roam because no one in Super Me other than him can roam.
Mm-hmm.
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash
I actually find it very strange. Timmy Tim is the supreme Bane here, but they decide to give the name to JR Weirdo instead. So very
Yeah.
strange.
I can answer that question, but I'd rather not.
Oh, okay. What's the answer?
Okay. Is it the fact that JR Weirdo is just a better Bane player than Timmy Tammy?
Oh,
Difference going to invade Timmy Tammy, but it doesn't really matter since the Bane will be able to get the blue buff right before Indifference might get punished for invading. Hylos now trying to zone Difference away, and now Kadita going to get first blooded by the Eve. Red team now having advantages again on blue side. This looks oddly familiar.
that's the extra retribution stack from the Luther Wanderer. That's they might be able to get the next turtle then, if this keeps up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Clint is Claude is actually a really hard matchup for Clint, since Claude has a really good escape ability and range that he just ults and leaves. So Clint really loses the poke ability, and now this Hylos is gonna get continuously comboed by this glue, and the Ling jumps in, trying to pick up a kill, and the glue managed to get it instead. And the Claude doesn't have level 4, meaning he can't ult the wave and just leave quite yet. And this JR weirdo going to get invaded in his own jungle. And now Kadita trying to look for a pick onto anyone on the red side. Kadita just misses her second skill. And now Bane looking to try punish this Kadita. Turtle up soon. Ling is going to be first to rotate to the top side of the map. And then now red side are slowly rotating as a 3 up there as well. Eve trying to look for a zone onto the Ling potentially.
It seems that
jumping. Both teams looking up, and the Bane gets petrified, but the Kadita doesn't manage to get ulti off Bane. Manages to get the ulti off instead of the Kadita. Kadita gets punished and dies instead. Now the Labu jumps in, but it doesn't matter since Martis just has the better sustain. Labu gets shut down instead. Now the glue on the Martis. It doesn't really matter since the Martis has such good sustain, especially with the high losses effect. And now the glue is going to looking to get punished instead. And now red side has the turtle advantage. Bane coming back. High loss trying to zone out difference just a bit. Looking to get that advantage, and Eve has to back since she's low on mana. And now difference is going to get punished right on the turret. And then now Hayasaka jumping in onto on 3. This is a perfect initiate by blue team. 2 members are knocked up. Hylos running for his life. Bane still low, but the Bane manages to get the turtle and get the ulti off. Eve going to punish the Sling instead. Hylos looking to set, but the Ling gets off with his life. Barely. Trying to get that jungler down a bit more. Looking for a gank onto the Claude now. Trying to avoid the Claude's first skill. It doesn't seem very likely. He's going to be caught out by the Eve, but he managed to back as no one follows it up. Glue looking for a pick onto. He jumps onto the Bane, but it doesn't matter since Difference is going to get punished. And now Difference trying to look to jump onto anyone and get that HP back. He might be able to. Never mind, the Claude gets ulted by the Kadita, petrified, and he's out. And the Bane also gets suffered. And now the Glue jumps onto the Hylos. Hylos only one in a 1v3 situation with the Eve coming down, looking to try punish the Difference now, but it doesn't seem very likely with 3 members of blue side all at bot. And now Horizon is looking to push up as Eve zones Clint out once again. Turtle up in 40 seconds again. And now both sides, blue side now having the advantage. And now Eve ultis, but is going to get jumped by the Ling instead. And Ling wastes his ulti and kills the Eve in the process. This means that the Turtle will be in blue side's favor, especially with that Eve having no ultis in contest. Hylos looking to save the lane. Ultis as well. 2 ultis from red side is gone, but nobody in the blue team suffered anything from that. Turtle is going to be up soon. 2 members of red team already up on the top side. Blue team rotating there. Ling trying to get his buff right before he goes to Turtle. Difference is going to jump in, but he will get punished instead by the Eve. Flickers out just barely alive. Also, the Kadita tries to do something, but the Kadita continuously gets CC'd by the Martis. And the Kadita ults right before, but the Kadita gets out with her life. Hayasaka jumping in onto the Claude. Amber going to get out barely alive. And now the Bane jumping back in, and Difference going to be caught out by the Hylos as well. And now Bane gets double kill, and he will be able to get his turtle again as well. And now Red Blue's team looking to do something and defend. But it doesn't seem like they can defend this top lane anymore as 2 members of red side push up. But Eve, though, going to be caught out by the Kadita in exchange, and the Ling going to finish it off. Claude ults the wave and just leaves, not trying to contest, not trying to fight the Clint, because he knows that the Clint can just simply poke him. Glue, looking for any picks he can get. Carlos jumping in, but he will get knocked up by the Kadita. And now, Difference trying to do something, trying to CC, but he gets continuously CC'd by Martis. Martis continuously CC stops so many ultis from going off. Horizons jumping back in onto the Martis, perfect reaction speed. And now that Martis will get zoned out instead. Difference continuously walking up, trying to ulti. Maybe he will get the ulti off. Will he try to get... No, he won't. He will just back out instead. And now red side, 3 members are pushing up the mid lane. Clint looking for a pick onto anyone on the blue red side, but it doesn't seem very likely now. Kadita lurking in the bush once again, trying to pick off the Bane or the Eve like he kept on doing before. Kadita back up in the mid lane, looking to try get a pick, but the Hylos this time will be able to zone it out and vision for his team. Glue now jumping in, trying to jump on anyone he can and maybe potentially pick off one of them. Brute Force breastplates is going to get picked up by the Lapu Lapu, meaning his sustain will be a bit better as long with that regen. But he will get jumped on by the Martis. Martis so tanky. And the Hylos jumps in. The Glue ultis as well. Ling perfectly ultis, but the Martis perfectly also CC immune. The Ling won't be able to do much with his ulti. And now the Hylos wreaking havoc in the backline. And Ling jumps back in, trying to punish the Hylos. And the Kadita jumps in onto the backline on the Eve, trying to get the pick, but it doesn't seem very likely with the Eve just perfectly walking right out of it. And now 2 members of red side are just up at top lane looking for a punish onto anyone on red side. But now the Lapu Lapu having more sustain and getting so much regen from everything. The Eve zoning out the Clint. And now red side trying to take Lord in this instance. But Hayasaka trying to look for a jump opportunity to jump in instead. And Difference also looking for an opportunity to jump in. Difference flickers in, but it doesn't do much. He tries to get onto the Claude. The Claude TP's out of it. And Ling also has to waste his ulti to survive. But the Lapu Lapu gets a perfect initiate on the ultis and survives it. And now Hylos zones out. Zones 4 people alone. And Martis now is wreaking havoc as well. And now the blue side, the Lord is low HP. Ling trying to look for opportunity to jump in and steal it. And the red side backing off and going to reset that Lord. Difference and the mage both looking, trying to look for a pick on Martis or Eve. Kadita does have the petrify out. Red team does have better map control. Blue team does have better map control over the Lord. And now Eve trying to look for a pick once again. Ling being half HP and with no buff, not be able to do much. But they are going to try diving it up. But it doesn't matter. It looks like Kadita will get punished instead, especially with that tank Martis build. It's so hard to kill now. Are going to use this opportunity to get the Lord with this Hylos, learning out everyone alone, and the Claude split pushing bot, putting pressure. Now Martis going back to mid lane, and now Blue looking to jump onto someone, trying to get. He jumps onto the Hylos. Blue doesn't quite get his second skill off as he's knocked up by the Lord, and the Lord is going to continue to get slain by the Bane. But the Difference is going to jump out. It doesn't really matter since Amber's damage is crazy with the Claude, and the Horizons jumps in, and now perfect hold by the Kadita shuts down the Martis finally, who was wreaking so much havoc, and now with his brave soldier, jumps back into the backline, stuns. But it doesn't matter since he already used his chain combo onto the Hylos instead. Red team, 3-for-1 trade for that Lord fight. Lord split pushing once again, trying to make something out of it. And now this Kadita does manage to clear the wave again, making sure that Claude doesn't have the opportunity to split push, but this Claude looks like he doesn't care, and he manages, if he's just going to hit the turret, perfectly flickers away just in time before the Kadita is able to Petri and get that ulti off. And now the Modest is going to jump in onto Difference, trying to look for a pick onto the glue, trying to shut down, removing the threat. This Eve slow, so crazy with that ice cream one. Looking for a further pick. Difference jumping in, trying to kill anyone he can. Jumps in, doesn't quite get his combo off onto anyone, and now the Bane jumping back in. Bane looking for a pick onto both the Ling and the glue now. Bane pushes up onto the mid lane, and the glue stuns two of them. Glue is going to get shut down by the Bane ulti instead. And now 4 people are going to be pushing up that mid lane. Of blue team remain, and now the Claude isn't going to help, but the Hayasaka is going to back. And now the Kadita surviving barely. Hayasaka trying to stop the red team from surviving. And now Ling jumping back in onto the Bane, looking to shut it down. He does have ulti, and the Bane will die here. Looking to jump back in. He has the item, he has the damage, he's looking to find a pick onto anyone he can, and the Ling. He's going to spot that. But it doesn't matter, Hayasaka jumps. Perfect avoid by Unfree Room. And now Eve looking to punish Lapu for jumping too far back, and Modest perfectly CCs the Lapu as well, and as he's altered by the Eve, but it doesn't matter since the Lapu is so tanky right now. And now this core does so much damage. He gets the pick, he gets the damage, he does have the ulti, he does do the damage, and now Horizon's looking to shut it down. And then now the Vengeance coming out from the Modest doing to make something out of it, but it doesn't seem very likely as 4 members focus their damage onto the Modest, and he will die there. Blue team, it looks like they're just pulling things out of thin air, surviving these team fights while being behind. Not sure how they're doing it. And now Bane looking to start Lord again, and Difference jumping in. The flicker does come off of the Eve. That means that's one escape skill gone. Red team with the Lord advantage once again, but Difference will zone out the Hylos. And now Lapu also coming. That Claude is rather far away. It's 5v4 currently. Ling going to get his buff finally as well. The Smartest jumping in 1v3 once again, but without the Kadita and without the Clint, it doesn't look like the damage is enough to shut him down. And now Red Team looking to start the Lord and looking to get the Lord once again. But the Ling looks like he wants to contest this time. Difference jumping in onto the Modest, looking for a pick now. Blue Team does have to contest this Lord, otherwise it might be GG. Difference jumps in, trying to get a pick onto anyone. The Modest will barely be able to get, and the Ling steals the ulti, steals the Lord from red side, and Difference gets his ulti off as well, but it doesn't matter. Kadita is going to get punished. Difference going to get punished. Blue team does get the Lord, but they are going to get shut down instead. For 3 people, 4 people getting pushed down, and Hayasaka looking to punish the red team, but it doesn't really matter. 4 people going down mid with the minions as well. The Lord going to be an easy clear for red team. Rabbits, what do you think of the game so far?
It's a solid game. Great game.
Could be anyone's. Eve
It could
does
be
pick
any-
up the Divine Glaive. That means the Eve is going to be doing some serious damage to blue team now.
Do you remember if Vengeance is 40% defense? Was it 40%?
It's reflects 40%.
40%, yeah.
No, it's 50% damage reduction, 40% reflect. If I'm not wrong, right?
Oh, I see. That's some
Good
great
or am I
countering.
Nah, it's 35. It's all 35.
30.
They got nerfed, I think, maybe. I don't remember. Ling going to jump in, and that Lapu going to jump onto the back line of red team, and now red team going to get their situation turned around from the previous fight, and Ling jumping in once again. 3 members of red team are going to fall to the blue team. Perfect initiation by the Lapu.
That
Blue
was
team
beautiful.
5 member looking like they are going to push up mid. That's a beautiful ulti. 3 members of the red team are dead. And now blue team looking to push up mid, looking to get a few turrets for that fight. The 2 squishies left on blue team looking to defend, but it looks like that either of them could get shut down easily, and he's going to get knocked out by, and 2 of them that Bane damage, and it's so crazy, especially with that chain damage linking 2 of them together and doing almost half their HP with 1 skill 1.
Now they have an opportunity here to set up for the next Lord, but with everyone on the map already, it's going to be a difficult clash.
Blue team, who was 1.3k gold behind at around 14 minutes, are now 3k gold ahead already. Blue team do seem like they have the advantage. Martin is trying to split push, but Hayasaka is not letting him.
This could be the final tipping stone. The next Lord.
Both teams
Lord
looking
determine
to
it
take
all.
this Lord. On free run, trying to zone out Difference again. Difference jumps on to the back line again. Now, Ling jumping onto the Eve, but he won't pursue it as he knows that Vayne is here and could do some magic. And that now Difference jumps onto the Hylos. Hylos is going to get zoned. And now Martis uses the Vengeance to survive. And now Kadita isn't able to get the ulti off as he's knocked up by the Bane. And the Bane 2 shots the Ling as he goes in. And the Bane will almost get shut down. Will he die? Yes, he will fall to the Bane. And now Horizon's getting zoned out. Bane looking to that Horizon done well. And Horizon does have 4 members of blue team are dead. 5 members looking to push up the base again. History repeats itself. And now blue team throws the win again and they lose. Inception looks like they're on a 4-0 streak against Super Me.
Wow. Wow.
What a turn of events.
Oh, that was so close. Beautiful.
I think we get Sins in the VC. Where's Sins? We need Sins.
Nah, Sins is too busy being salty. He wouldn't come. But respect where respect is due. Both these teams played absolutely beautifully. Ooh. Okay.
GG's, everyone.
GG.
Thanks for coming for the. Sorry for the mess earlier, but thanks.